I made a song with 7 drops, and today we're gonna go through this one. In the last episode, we went through this drop. Which is leading up to the 4th break. So what I did here is exactly the same as I'm saying in all the other videos. I'm kinda trying to listen to where is this leading up. And when I heard this, I just wanted it to play out, and then I wanted to have some sort of difference. So I used the same bass from the first drop. Also, the tempo is going up to 124 throughout the beginning of this break. The ambience is playing 4+ on the semitones. And then it's playing 4+ on the semitones again. And the bass on the second round, it goes down in the pitch just for variations. Then we're introducing a breakbeat. After this, we're introducing the original vocals. And the original vocals is in minor. So I had to pitch the ambience 1 semitone down. So now it's a +3 instead of a +4. Together with the bass, it sounds like this. So what I mentioned in the last episode is when you have one bass with a 4+ layer and then another bass with a 7+ layer, you can create really cool melodies, which sometimes you probably wouldn't even think about. So that's what I did on this part as well. So we're starting at B, and then we're going down, and then we go up, and then we go down again, but we're playing in E. And we want to go down to the D sharp. So this is kind of just to lead down to it. You could have also put this down here. But I feel like in this instance, it sounds better to have it right here. And there's also a bit of harmonies going on with the ambience. And also a pitch bend. And this is leading up to the 5th build-up. I used the original for this build-up as well, but I'm using a high-cut filter on it. I filtered the build-up so that the vocal chop will be more in focus, and the reason I'm having the vocal chop, which is also in the drop, in the build-up, is to introduce it to the listener. And I think if you've heard any of my other songs, you know it's gonna happen. You know there's gonna be some sort of A and B part drop. And that's why I also added this vocal. I think you know where this is about to go. Which I think is really cool, because it basically says, I think you know where this is about to go, and then drop. The chord part, normally I don't know if this is a good idea, but there's a lot of different chords being played really quickly. But I think it's kind of cool. Originally, the chords were built up like this, and this is what's called a triad. You can search it up if you don't know what it is. And then after having all the triads chords ready, I just moved everything so they're slightly in the same position, so it's not one chord here, and then one chord here, and then one up there. And then I added these. So you can experiment. Again, as I mentioned in an earlier episode, if you want to do these kind of drops, all you need is saw chords, gritty bass, and an 808. And then vocal chop, which is actually pretty important. One thing I also want to mention with the chords, I'm starting the chords on B major. None of these chords are D sharp minor, which is the key of the song. But everything is leading up to it. There was also a brass sound, because at first the drop sounded like this. And I knew something was missing, so I added the brass sound just to make it more full, basically. And originally, it only had the odd vocals, so it used to sound like this. Which is a bit boring, so that's why I added some vocal chops which are actually from one of my packs, but it's not out. Also, the vocal chops has the same automation with the bit crush, etc. in like 80% of the drops in this track. And the way the vocals was made was literally just pitching them like this. The B part has a cool ambient sound, which sounds like this. It's being pitched down. It has OTT and distortion and also a low cut, which makes it sound like this. On the second one, it's being pitched up. And also the vocal is slightly different. It's playing a major note. That's also just for a variation. On the second part of the drop, the vocals are being pitched differently again. And it also has a lead riser, which I very often use in my music. Also, the ambience in the B part is playing one octave higher. The rhythm of the sub in the B part, I think it's pretty important. If you listen to it together with the drums. On the outro, it's just the main vocal from the intro, but it has a layer with 12 semitones up, and it also has reverb. Then there is a Labs piano, playing the same chords as the intro chords, together with ambience and a downlifter. There's not really much more to say about it. That's pretty much it. To end off this video, I want to let you know that if you have any questions about anything on the track or just in general, just drop them in the comments and I will respond to everything. And this is me signing out. Wait, no.